Hello everyone, and welcome to the Glove Tip series. This is part 1, and today we'll be going over the gloves Silly, Roaring, and Flamarang. With that, let's get into it. First, let's go over the Silly glove. In order to obtain this glove, you need to have the baby glove and 2 other users. One must be using Goofy and another using Fan. First, be slapped by the Goofy glove, then hold your ability. While holding the ability, a Fan user needs to fling you off the island. Here is a quick clip of that. Now let's go over the basics. This glove has 2 abilities. One allows you to jump into the air and float back down by holding space, or fall normally by not holding space. The other ability makes you swing with a lollipop to deal knockback within range. One strategy with this glove is to jump up with the propeller hat and fall back down and hit someone with your lollipop on the ground. To hit your lollipop, you need to press space twice to jump up in the air, but not hold the jump. After about 1 second after you see your character descend, use your ability. If you time it right, this will cause your ability to go off as soon as you hit the ground. One more thing you can do is use the propeller hat to get behind someone by acting like you're jumping off into the void, then use the hat to jump up and get behind someone, and then use the lollipop to get them off the edge. Here's a few clips of this glove in action. Now let's go over the Roaring glove. In order to use this glove, you have to have 65,000 slaps. Some of the basics for this glove are, it has 3 abilities. One where it can shoot 3 stars out wherever camera is facing and knock players back. And then if you click the ability again, the 3 stars return to you. And if it hits players, it knocks them towards you. The second ability places an X and that explodes after a certain amount of time, dealing knockback. If you hit someone with the first slice, the X follows them, exploding after a short windup. The Roaring's last ability is part of their M1, where if you hold it for long enough, you can dash forwards, dealing more knockback to anyone you hit. A strategy you could use is to hit someone with the X slash, and after they get knocked back, use Star Shot to hit them off the edge. If a player is coming towards you and you are near the edge, you can send out your Star Shots and purposely miss them. So as the player is coming towards them, you bring them back to knock them off or close to the edge, and once they're there, if they haven't already fallen off, you can knock them off. You can also use Dash and Star Shot at the same time to get close to players to make sure you hit them. The X slash can also hit multiple people in one hit, so try to hit as many people as possible. Here's a few gameplay clips of the Roaring. Now let's move on to the last glove for today, Flamarang. In order to obtain Flamarang, you need to kill 5 different overkills using Boomerang. This glove's ability is split into 2 parts. The first part is when you haven't put a marker on someone by slapping them. This will cause the Flamarang to spin around you in a circle, dealing knockback to all players who touch it. The second part of this ability is whenever you slap someone and put a flame marker on them. After marking them, next time you use your ability, the Flamarang will fly towards the player with the marker and deal knockback to them in whatever direction your camera is facing when it hits them. A tip for this glove is multi-comboing. This is used when you slap multiple people and send out your Flamarang. This will cause the players to be targeted one at a time and eventually hit all of them. One defense/baiting strategy you can use is to stand near the edge and use your basic ability where it spins around you. When using this ability, players will still be knocked back in the direction you are facing, so if you face the edge, that's where they will be knocked to. Now for some gameplay of Flamarang. Well, thanks for watching. Huge shout out to Insanity for all the help. If you have any tips or tricks for these gloves or any others, feel free to leave them in the comments. Also, let me know what gloves I should do next. Bye!